to another episode of We Are Humanity, a channel that's designed to promote human unity here in the United States and to recognize that there is really no them versus us. There's only the fact that we are humanity. In today's episode, we're going to look at how we learn. Of course, there are many avenues and ways of approaching this very broad topic, but I want to try and harness it so that we can apply it in later episodes of this channel. So how we learn is the focus today. Throughout the course of our lives, we are exposed to vast amounts of information, stimuli, if you will. And this information can either be from This information is either stored in our mind for perhaps later recall, or it could simply fade into nothingness. So during the course of a day, there is vast amounts of information that our mind is privy to, much of which we don't remember or are oblivious to as we're experiencing it. But during the course of the day, it's amazing the amount of information that comes across our pathway. The vast amount of information can come from different sources, and I'm going to focus on two general categories just to kind of keep the content of this channel relatively controlled. There are human sources, social, for example, our language. By communicating with other people, we get exposed to different types of information, different ideals, different perspectives. Also, in our society, there are laws and rules that kind of govern our behavior, and so knowing that information helps us to stay in compliance with the expectations of the larger society. So, human sources or social sources is one very vast source of information from which we learn. Another category would be natural sources or non-social, things that occur independent of the human experience. For example, the observation of stars. There are many stars in the sky. We learn from them. We gain information. How close the stars are, how far they are, or things of that nature. There are different types of animals. You know, dogs, cats, horses. All types of animals, and we learn of their behaviors. So that provides an information source for us as well. So, of these two categories, human sources being social and natural sources being non-social, things that we learn about that are external to the human species. The key to learning is repeated exposure. The way that we become masters of our language is we speak it continuously on a daily basis. We're that reinforces, the information is being reinforced in terms of our social interactions. So repeated exposure is the key to effective learning, for better or for worse. You know, the things that we're good at, we've we become good at them because we repeated the activities to fine tune our skills. And by the same token, things that are undesirable are also a result of repetition. A person that's a good thief, for example, has learned that skill through repetition. So repeated exposure is the key for effective learning for both the good and the bad. The information that we most effectively learn through repetition is given priority in our mind and is typically housed in consciousness for frequent recall. So the vast amount of information that we are exposed to continuously on a daily basis, as we, use some of that information repetitively, it's given priority, and it's stored in a segment of the brain, consciousness. And so there, like if I want to repeat my name, I that information comes from consciousness because I'm saying my name or I'm being referred to by my name continuously, and so that information is more readily available. So an example, of course, would be your name. You use that a lot. So repetition is how that information becomes valued or prioritized. And other types of personal information like your address, you know, things that are of interest to you. Those things that you do or know or say frequently would tend to be things that would be um, a part of consciousness. Alternatively, there is a vast amount of information that also influences our behavior, and this information does so in ways that we're not consciously aware of. And so this information is coming from the gigantic subconscious or unconscious portion of the mind. As we will see later, the unconscious or subconscious dwarfs the capability and size of consciousness. And the subconscious or unconscious portion of the mind operates kind of like mental programming. It's occurring, it's influencing behavior, and we're not aware of it. That's what makes it unconscious. And so this vast subconscious is going to be the focus of this channel because a lot of social behavior in this country is influenced by powers, mental powers that are not even that we're often not even aware of. So this channel will focus on the influence of the subconscious or unconscious in terms of our social behavior. For gaining a understanding of the power of the subconscious, that's the key to understanding and promoting more human unity and social harmony. There are a lot of forces at work through our society that are governing our behavior and reactions toward each other that we're not even aware of. And one of the aims of this channel is to try and place more insight and perspective on the unconscious. So if you like the comments from today's episode, please like, comment if you so inclined, and please share this channel with others because as more in-depth episodes come forward, I'm hoping that it will stimulate a lot of interesting thinking, and hopefully new ideas will be spawned as a result. So like, comment, and share. And remember, we are humanity. A unified tomorrow must start today. So until the next episode, be safe.